It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home. I know you have a lot of choices during these very challenging and interesting times that we're living in. So my promise is that this time we spend together as part of your CEO Sales Huddle, which is your sales meeting, this will be a good use of your time. Not only will you get clear on your sales strategy, not only will you get the sales structure you need in place, but more importantly, you'll start having a sales system that generates real sales that allows your company to grow. So thank you so much. And I always like to share every single morning one of our core philosophies. And one of our core philosophies is success leaves clues. And so if success leaves clues, then if someone else has done it, so can we. That's why every single morning we slow down and we take a look at a case study. We take a look at a challenge another CEO had and how they were able to overcome it. And that's what we're going to do as we get started right now. And I'm so excited. I love doing this. So JibJab's started as a small venture by two brothers who just wanted to create some fun. They made animation for big media companies, but faced a big problem in 2001. There wasn't much interest in their work, and the economy was struggling. And this was a tough time for JibJab, but they didn't give up. They needed a new way to connect with their audience, showing how important it is for businesses, CEOs to adapt and find the right path to reach their goals, even when there's obstacles. By 2004, JibJab caught a break with a quirky animation about a presidential election. It went viral, catching the attention of millions. And this was a turning point. Instead of just trying to sell their content the old-fashioned way, they had to make a change with their sales strategy. They started selling video downloads or from their website. And here's an interesting fact. The shift wasn't just about changing the medium, but about embracing the shift towards digital interaction, changing your sales strategy, changing your sales message. And it shows that sometimes struggling can open a door to unexpected opportunities. And for CEOs, it's a reminder to always keep an eye out on emerging trends. And pivot. Shift the sales message, shift the sales strategy when necessary. So you fast forward. And JibJab realized that people love using their phones. So they designed a mobile app that was fun and easy to use, allowing users to adapt their faces to funny GIFs. With help from SoftMill, JibJab made the app super user-friendly with features people love, like sharing on social media with just one tap of a button. This was a big solution. This evolved their entire sales strategy to meet the customers exactly where they were. Where were they? Well, they were on their mobile devices. In sales, the solution is often about making it easy for your customers to engage with your product in a way that feels natural, but more importantly, it's still fun and exciting. So what's my big takeaway for you as a CEO? The JibJab story, it's clear. There's a strong sales system that can make all the difference. Having a clear sales strategy to engage your clients, whether through a clever app or innovative campaign, is critical to any type of growth. Similarly, I think CEOs thrive when they not only adapt, but they also create systems, because systems beat goals every single time, to meet the customer needs and drive engagement. So at the end of the day, it's all about having a clear sales strategy. You do that, and you will not only see an increase in your revenue, but you'll make real impact. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and indeed a privilege to serve you as part of your sales department team. And that's the meeting that we're having this morning. And every single morning, we like to get started the exact same way. And when we get started, the exact same way is focus on sales. And this is one of our core mantras. Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. Matter of fact, why don't you repeat those words after me right now? Focus on sales. You see, it's our core belief that if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why, you might say? Because sales at the end of the day is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. What's the point you want to make, Shay? What's the point? Point I want to make is that selling is serious business. Selling at the end of the day is what? Serious business. So the conversation we're having right now is a very serious conversation. Now, every single morning, we also step back and we look at what can we do as a CEO? How can we help our sales department grow? What should we focus on? And the obvious answer is straightforward. We have a pledge, and the pledge to the sales department is learn, earn, and return. Repeat these words after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And that leads us right over to our objectives. And our sales objectives haven't changed. Our sales objectives is threefold. Number one, focus on sales progress. So what's the progress we're making every day in the sales department? Number two, and I think this is super, super important. Number two is all about addressing any roadblocks that are out there. What are the roadblocks that hold us back right now that we can focus on? And then number three, and we did a whole case study on that just a few minutes ago, by the way. And number three is to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Let's talk about those 5 sales pillars. Sales pillar number 1, you must have a one-page CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2, you must understand your sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3, you must have a sales message, and that sales message must connect, it must resonate. Sales pillar number 3, we do a whole segment on, and that segment that we do every single morning is on the CEO sales dashboard. And that dashboard is saying what's going on in the business. What are not just our numbers, but what are the 5 indicators that drive the business? And understanding these 5 indicators that drive the business, we're able now to go to an entirely different level and focus where the focus needs to be. And number 5, my favorite, is understanding that you do have a 7-figure sales team. And so we don't have to do all the sales ourselves. The answer to who don't have to be us. We can now focus on building a team because success is a team effort. Now, for those folks who tune in every single morning, we appreciate you. Do me a favor. You know what to do. Look below the video right now and just put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in this conversation with us. For all the new folks, welcome to the CEO Sales family. I'm glad you're here. Look below the video and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here. That's just the bat signal you're here. Now, some of you're watching on our on-demand streaming platforms. And boy, do we appreciate you as well. Whether you're watching on YouTube Live right now, whether you're watching directly as you're tuned in right now, and you're watching on the on Roku or Apple TV, or you're listening to the podcast, want to know that we appreciate you. So do me a favor, drop me a note, drop me a DM, and you can drop the DM over at I am Che Brown. At I am Che Brown. Once you get over to at I am Che Brown, you can just drop me a note and just let me know you're in the conversation. Let me know what you're enjoying most about what we're focused on right now. And I love to connect with every single one of you. Now, the question comes up, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? What's the mission? What's the goals? Well, the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle is the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So we understand you know how to sell. I get it. You're the CEO. But you know, as a CEO, when you show up at your sales department, when you show up at your sales meeting like you're doing this morning, when you have conversations with your sales team, which I know you're having those conversations with your sales team, it always comes down to 3 things. It's like, well, okay, how do we build sales growth? That's why we have the CEO Sales Huddle. How do we build sales consistency? That's why we have the CEO Sales Huddle. And number 3, which I think is even more important of all, is how do we hold ourselves accountable? And you might have heard that we'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. And how true is that? So the way we do that is we have 15 minutes. So we get together for 15 minutes a day. Now you think about it, there are 1,440 minutes in every day. Okay, that's 1% of your day. So you're going to be the 1%. You're going to focus on 1% of your day. That 1% of your day, you're going to focus on sales. Now, what's the reason to focus on sales? What do you want to get out of it? Say, okay, I'm focused. I'm giving 1% of my day. Well, we have one objective, just one goal. It's not going to be a new idea for sales. It shouldn't be a new idea for sales because this is our goal. Our goal is to generate $100,000 more a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You're in this conversation. As a result of being in this conversation, you generate an extra $100,000 over and beyond what you're earning right now. Isn't that kind of cool? Now, I want you to imagine how your business would be different if you had extra $100,000 pouring into your bank account every single month. But then the question comes, how do you do that, Shay? Well, we created the CEO Sales Dashboard because there was a problem. And the problem folks had is, what do I focus on? Where do I put my time? Where do I put my energy? Where do I put my resources? Where do I allocate the changes that have to happen? And you know what? Truthfully, there wasn't a place to go to. And so we created the CEO Sales Huddle to focus on 5 key metrics. It was only for our private clients. Now it's open up to everyone. And those 5 key metrics were leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So there's 5 categories. Now, to help you with these 5 categories and make it really easy for you, we create the CEO Dashboard. It's an Excel sheet. Now, you can go over to CEO Dashboard right now and type in CEOSalesDashboard.com. You can download this. There's no credit card needed. There's no Cash App needed. There's no Zelle needed. It's just our big give back, our way to serve over to you. Now, once you download it, you look on the left-hand side, and you're going to see those 5 categories again: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And then you'll see going across, you can find today's date. Now, once you find today's date, I want you to come down. And I want you to focus just on one area right now. Now, you can add your own product in here. I get it. You can add a column. You can insert. You can put multiple products. You can customize this. But for purposes of this conversation, let's look at one area. Let's do a deep dive on, right now, just leads. And I want you to imagine for a moment, you put in your CRM, you open up your CRM right now, you put down how many new leads went into the database yesterday. Go ahead, put that down right now. Number 2, how many were engaged? Number 3, how many were referrals? How many referrals were given to you yesterday? No, seriously, let's just look at leads right now. And then how many of those leads were qualified? What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Whoa, what a core philosophy to have just in the business. And in doing so now, you understand exactly where to allocate the resources. As a CEO, you're responsible for making sure you have the sales people in the sales department. You're responsible for making sure you allocate the sales resources to the department. And at the end of the day, you get to make the decision on the sales processes that will be in place in the sales department. And so now that you know the numbers, it's a little easier to do that. But let's go to the other side. Let's now celebrate some wins. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to acknowledge it was working. It was working really well. So do me a favor. Ask yourself 3 questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. Number 1, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what are you most proud of? And number 3, what do you want to do today that if you did it today, you could just brag? What do you want to brag about today as a result of what took place yesterday? But we know that powerful people ask powerful questions. So we don't just stop and say every day is rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. We understand there's challenges. And in those challenges, we're going to look at some hurdles that we have in the sales department. I think it's fair. I think it's reasonable. It makes sense, and it makes sense. Sense and sense. You know what I'm talking about there? Okay. But anyway, in all seriousness, let's go over and let's look at the hurdles. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus, and in this life, you get what you focus on. So number 1, what was your biggest roadblock in the sales department yesterday? What's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do today? If you put your mind, energy, and effort to it, you could do it. And if you did it, it would move the business forward. Just this one change, which is all on you as the CEO. You can make that decision. You can allocate the resources. You can have the focus, and you can put the sales process in place to make it a reality. You do that, and you're going to see your sales start going up. My message to you today is focus on the small things. Do small things well, get big results. Do small things well, get big results. It's in the small things that we do. It's in those little teeny things we do. It's in generating the leads. It's in tracking what we're doing. It's in measuring what's happening. It's in making the adjustments. Do small things well, get big results. So you do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up. in a way. With that being said, again, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless and keep doing God's work. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.